Hello, YouTube. Uh, my name's Max, in case any of you didn't see my old videos. I wouldn't expect you to, and I apologize for my improper use of a selfie stick, and that I'm doing this video in my bathroom. Now, I'm doing this in my bathroom because it actually offers more light, and while I'm not going to hold this stick forever, I'm just going to warn you, you're going to go sideways on my shelf. There we go. I think that's okay. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. I've made a few of these, but I'm not going to lie, I'm a little stoned right now. With Guardians 2 coming out last week, I felt like I wanted to make a review, but I just wanted to make this video as just like a Marvel shout out, like my thoughts of the MCU, where it's heading, and what I really like about it. What I like about it is that, in my opinion, the Marvel Cinematic Universe established itself in '08 with Iron Man as trying to do something new, taking the characters that they had the rights to, taking the characters that they could make movies out of, and making good movies. I think they set themselves up for a very successful path. Now, as I just said, Guardians 2 came out last week. I've seen it twice. I loved it. Sequels are a little bit tricky. I mean, in my opinion, Godfather Part 2 is better than the first. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is better than A New Hope, in my opinion. I also believe that, I think some Batman fans would probably agree with me here, I believe that The Dark Knight is better than Batman Begins. I mean, those are just a few ways that sequels can outdo themselves. Now, with Marvel, when it comes to all of their sequels, I will say that Iron Man, let me phrase this right. I believe that Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2, but Iron Man 2 is not better than Iron Man. Now, these are just my opinions, my fellow nerds. If anyone watches this, if you like it, dislike it, you can argue with me, that's fine. But let me say this, with the sequels of Marvel, yeah, the Iron Mans, they were what they were. Downey Jr. is great as Iron Man. Now, when it comes to all the other characters, there's not going to be an Incredible Hulk sequel because Universal owns those rights. They won't sell them back. Boo, boo, come on, man. We need Hulk to have another solo. That's why he's thrown in Thor 3 this year. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. When it comes to the sequels of Marvel, when it comes to Thor, The Dark World, in my opinion, is not as good as Thor. But that's just me. Now, with Captain America, I believe that, obviously, Captain America Civil War, which is my favorite MCU film to date, that's just mine, Civil War is better than, in my opinion, it's better than The Winter Soldier. And I think all would agree that The Winter Soldier is better than Captain America the First Avenger. Now, that's just me. That's just my little son opinion right now. Now, with Avengers, I think that Avengers: Age of Ultron is pretty much in line with Avengers. I don't think it's worse. I don't think it's better. I think it is what it is. They're very, very good movies. Joss Whedon, he knew how to take the characters Marvel currently had, and mold them and craft them into becoming the Avengers. And they go their own ways for the beginning of Phase 2, and they come back for the end of Phase 2 with Age of Ultron. And after the end of Civil War, they all kind of, well, you've seen the movie, they have no choice but to go their own ways. How will they come back? Well, that's really the point of this movie. That's really the point of this whole movie franchise that Marvel's doing right now. I did get sidetracked. Sorry, that was... Sorry. Reminder, I'm stoned, I'm just rambling about Marvel. So, they're gonna have to go down the road of possibly ending the current line of heroes we have with the introduction of the Guardians, the new Spider-Man, Black Panther, Vision's he's been introduced. Obviously, we've seen him around. They're introducing new characters so that when these current heroes have done their job, have properly avenged, And honestly, when the actors just get tired of playing the roles. I don't see Downey Jr. going anywhere. Maybe. I don't see Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth or Mark Ruffalo backing out anytime soon, but I don't know. They're actors, people. They're not committed to these roles for life. The fact that RDJ and Chris Evans and the fact that they've all stuck around this long is not out of contractual obligation. It's because they like what we like, to sit down and watch good movies made by Marvel. They do a very good job because what I love about the MCU most is, yes, as I said, it's all heading towards Infinity Wars, but every single movie, if you look hard enough, every single movie is interconnected. There isn't one movie that kind of just shies off as hey, I'm a Marvel movie. Hooray for me. No, they don't work like that. Personally, I thought that Marvel's biggest risk, in my opinion, was Guardians of the Galaxy. But as everybody saw, August 4th, 2014, as I saw opening night, and 3 other times in the following weeks, Guardians of the Galaxy was amazing. Volume 2 came out last week. I've seen it twice. I personally think it was as good as Guardians. It was not worse. It was not better. James Gunn did a fantastic job. He might have he added a little too much humor, but Marvel, again, they outdid themselves again by doing something that I saw in an article about 3 weeks ago, saying that Guardians of 2 had 5 post-credit scenes. Now, as a fellow nerd, I'll tell my other nerds, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but let's all be honest, we've all seen the movie. There are 5 post-credit scenes. Stay for them. That's how Marvel keeps you. That's how they keep you. That's how they grab you by the stick and keep you interested in their movies. Now, what they're going to do with the future of it all is they're going to have to end it when Thanos gets all the stones, and I guess he's simply doing it out of, I don't know if he's doing it because all his little minions, because Loki couldn't get him a stone, Ronan couldn't get him a stone, he sent Nebula to go get that stone, Ronan couldn't get it. Thanos is sick of this shit. He puts on the gauntlet in Age of Ultron's post-credit scene and says, fine, I'll do it myself. I think Josh Brolin was a very good choice for Thanos. I think he'll do a very good job. The first rumor in the first set photo, well, there haven't been many like awesome set photos of Infinity Wars yet, but if people do remember, the first thing that was actually shown about Infinity Wars, besides that production video, was early concept art and a selfie of Josh Brolin wearing the motion capture. So before they had the script finished, before they officially began production in January of this year for Infinity Wars, Josh Brolin was already doing his motion capture work. Now they have his performance from Guardians. They have, I mean, obviously his face isn't going to change that much. I mean, he's the same guy. He might get older. I mean, obviously he will. This is rambling here. Sorry. Refocus. Josh Brolin was doing Thanos work on Infinity Wars before they even shot the first scene. So that leads me to believe that he's going to have more screen time in Infinity Wars than any of the coming movies. He has to get all 6 of the stones. Now, when it comes to all the stones and why Thanos is collecting them, he wants to please Death. In the MCU, Death is a female character who I personally think will be played by Cate Blanchett this November in Thor Ragnarok. I could be wrong. I could be right. I honestly don't know. We won't know until we all sit down and watch the movie. But when Thanos gets all these stones, he's going to be God. He's going to be more powerful than God. I mean, in the Marvel universe, he's going to be as powerful as any villain has been. He's the ultimate bad guy when he's got that glove, when he's got that gauntlet with all 6 stones. Which, by the way, some people aren't convinced that that his name is not the answer to the stones. I'm like, well, yes, his name is the answer to the stones. It doesn't reveal all their locations, but if you've watched the movies and you know where they are, you know that Thanos, Thanos, spells out the abbreviations or the MacGuffins or whatever you want to call it, the little hidden little Easter eggs as to what the stones are or what they're being hidden inside. Now, T obviously would be the Tesseract, the Space Stone. used to open up the portal in the Avengers, obviously. That's in Asgard. It's in the weapons vault, locked up. Or so we think. The next is H. That is the Soul Stone. That has not been confirmed as to who has it. People are guessing that that Kate Blanchett's character Hela might have it. My guess would be that Heimdall has it, because he says very clearly, this is a direct quote, in the beginning of Thor: The Dark World, Thor says, "How fair are the stars," and Heimdall says, "Still shining. From here, I can see 9 realms and 10 trillion souls." And then the convergence happens, and they close up on his eye. He says, "Fewer can see it, fewer can sense it, but it is beautiful." And you see his eyes glowing orange, flashing through all the universes, seeing all of it. So it makes sense that Heimdall, if he can see 10 trillion souls, he might have the Soul Stone. That's my theory. That's where I think the H would play in. The A is obviously the Ether, from Thor: The Dark World, the Reality Stone that Malekith, he wants to change reality into eternal darkness. So, well, that's just what he would do. He's an elf. What does he know? So, little pointy-eared bastard. So that's the A. I don't know when Thanos could pick that one up. I guess Infinity Wars. Next one is the N. Obviously, that is the necklace that Doctor Strange wears. That contains the Eye of Agamotto, the green time stone. Obviously, we see what he does with it. He uses the time stone to create a very good bargain with Dormammu. Towards the end of Doctor Strange. Well, at the end. The next one is O, obviously, if you know how to spell. O is the orb. That is the Power Stone from Guardians of the Galaxy, the purple one. And the last one is S, obviously. The Loki's scepter. You couldn't really see it because the scepter just had a little crown around it. You know, you couldn't see what color the stone actually was till Ultron broke it out, revealing it is the Mind Stone, which is now in Vision's forehead, which I think sucks because I think Vision's a very good character. The fact that the fact that Paul Bettany actually agreed to play Vision was really good, because Paul Bettany has a great voice. You know, everyone out there knows some actors just have awesome voices. Like when you hear Sam Jackson say "motherfucker," he needs to say that in Infinity Wars when Thanos comes down. He's like, motherfucker, you ain't gonna take my planet. Avengers, get up here. I don't know how that'll happen, because once Thanos has all these stones, Sam Jackson just can't say, "Motherfuckers, get over here. Let's start some avenging." I mean, he's not gonna be able to say that, because after Civil War, they're all gone. I mean, they're not gone. No one's dead, but it's going to be hard to get them all back together. So the fact that Thanos is going to have to basically threaten the world to get all the Avengers back to get this movie going is going to be a little tough. And I have faith in the Russo brothers and their writing staff and Kevin Feige to bring us a good movie. I know he will. But I have some concerns that a movie of this scale, I mean, the rumor is that the budget for both movies is $1 billion. Ladies and gents, $1 billion is a lot of damn money for 2 movies. I mean, if you look at the greatest movies of all time, Avatar made almost $3 billion. Okay, that is a lot of money for one movie. Yes, it was hiked up for 3D prices and blah 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 blah, and it came out at Christmas time, and everybody went and blah blah blah. $1 billion split between 2 movies is very ambitious, and the fact that Marvel has a cast of almost 50 people, about 20 of them by now are household names due to their work in the MCU. Marvel's gonna have Marvel has a lot on their hands to make these movies, not only just to make them right, because they've always made them right, but to make them, to make one consecutive story culminate with the end of Infinity Wars. And Infinity Wars Part 2, it's not called that now, it's officially titled Untitled Avengers Sequel. Well, in my opinion, Marvel fans and other people watching, you can agree with me or disagree with me, but I personally think I want Avengers 4 to be titled Avengers Assemble, because that makes sense. I mean, Avengers Infinity Wars. Okay, yeah, they're going to be fighting. They're going to be fighting Thanos as often as they can to make sure he doesn't get these stones. Obviously, he has to get the stones for these movies to happen. So the Avengers are gonna they're gonna come together again and fail. They have to. It's the only way that Thanos can win. Now, I don't know exactly what order he'll get the stones in, but in order to get all the stones, Thanos is going to have to, number one, break into a weapons vault and steal it. Probably no problem because he's Thanos. If Heimdall has the Soul Stone, he's just going to have to kill him and get it. He'll do it. The Orb, he'll have to go past some guards on Xandar, kill a bunch of people, get it. The Reality Stone, he'll have to go to nowhere, find the Collector, say, give me the damn stone or I'll kill you. Probably kill him anyway, take it. And then the last two, the tricky ones, are going to be the ones that are still on Earth, where most of the Avengers are. Thanos is going to have to, assuming Strange left it where it was on that nice little mantelpiece, assuming nobody messes with the Time Stone, Thanos can probably just walk in and take it, but he's going to have to fight Strange to get past him and get it. Strange probably isn't going to die, because Benedict Cumberbatch is a badass. But I don't think any Avengers are going to be killed before all the shit happens, before he gets the stones. But the last one, what I think is going to be the most difficult thing, one of my new favorite characters, Vision has the last and final Mind Stone. I mean, he's got the stone in his head. Whether he can live without it, I don't know. He's a movie character. It doesn't really matter if he does or not. But the character of Vision will probably have to die so Thanos can succeed and attempt to destroy it all. Now, that's going to be very difficult to put on screen. All the complexities, all the characters, all the money, all the scheduling, all the people required to make even one movie. Not Marvel movie, not a DC movie, not a Disney movie, not any movie. The amount of people and the amount of money and time it takes to make a good movie, it takes a lot out of you. Now, I think Marvel did a very good thing with the Russos because, in my opinion, The Winter Soldier and Civil War are in my opinion, are the best Marvel movies. The Russos were a very good choice to helm these movies. Obviously, it's not going to be one brother takes the first part, the other takes the second. No, I know it's too late now. But I think if they haven't started writing the final Avengers movie yet, they're filming Infinity Wars right now, 90 miles south to me in Atlanta. So, who knows, maybe I'll sneak down there one day and snap a few pictures if I don't get arrested by security. What Marvel's going to have to do is, after Infinity Wars Part 2, Avengers Assemble, Avengers 4, whatever it's called, after that all, they're just going to have to hand it down to to the new characters that they're introducing. The Guardians, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Spidey. Which I think would be pretty cool. But as I've said, the fact that Marvel is doing this ambitious 11-year, 23-picture thing, it's a very good plan. I can't do the exact quote, but it's all part of the plan. Joker said it best. Don't really know how to go from there, but I want to say I put my faith in the MCU. I have not been disappointed. I hope a lot of people can watch their movies, enjoy them a little bit more. I want to close this video, nearing 19 minutes now, that I apologize that most of this was a stoner rant, but I wanted to put myself out there. I wanted to just express my gratitude to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Disney for keeping me entertained, for making good products, making good movies. Keep it up. You're doing great. Just Sony, hand over Spider-Man, okay? It's the right thing to do. I'm glad that they agreed to sit down and make a deal, throw him in Civil War, see if it works. First thing he does is steal the damn shield with Ant-Man on it and get himself kicked in the face. That's a cool scene for Spidey, I suppose. They picked a good kid. They need to get Spidey back. They need to get Hulk back. And they need to find a way to throw the Defenders in there. Get them all together for Infinity Wars. because honestly, it's going to be a hell of a ride. And people, join me on that ride, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think, will be a very good franchise and collection to have one day. So, these have been my thoughts and my shitty little reviews and my stoned ramblings. I'm so sorry that you've had to actually watch all this. I'm not sure if I'll actually upload it. If I do, feel free to comment. If not, hey, this is America. We can do whatever we want. So, appreciate you listening.